Hey everyone, welcome back for a little TLC. Before we get into our topic for today, I want to remind you to do two things. Number one, send me any questions that you might have. My birthday's coming up at the end of the month, and so I want to do a Q&A video so that you all can get to know me a little better. So message me or DM me, text me if you have my number, or email me any questions that you might have about me. I will answer honestly so that y'all can get to know me. So that's thing number one. Thing number two, make sure you register for Christianity After Dark. It's going to take place on September the 25th at 7:30 p.m. We are talking about sex, and y'all, it's going to be so good. This is not going to be your average abstinence only conversation. We have some great facilitators who are going to be taking us through sex. We're just going to talk about it. We're going to have open and honest conversation. There's something for you if you are single, married, young, or older. I wouldn't dare call y'all old, but make sure that you register at the link below. You have to register to get the Zoom link, so do not miss out. You're going to want to be here for this conversation. So with that, I'm really excited to get into our topic for this week. We're going to be talking about herbal medicines and, some holistic remedies to some of our health issues. Last week when we talked about cancer, my uncle mentioned the importance of making healthy lifestyle choices. So, not smoking, not drinking, or drinking in moderation, and also, watching what we eat. And so this week, I'm excited to introduce you all to Quintin Graves, who is the owner of Primal Essentials. And y'all, they have some really great healthy products that are not only good for you, but they're also great tasting. Like, there are fruit snacks, there are teas that he has made, there are loose leaf teas that you can steep yourself. I'm really excited to get into this conversation about herbal remedies, and hopefully y'all will check out Primal Essentials. It's really wonderful. So let's get into it. Okay, so as a disclaimer, I'm looking like Usher when they told him he was going to be in the middle for this video, because I had no idea where to look on Zoom, but y'all bear with me. You get the point. I hope you enjoy. Okay, everyone. So I'm very excited to have a special guest with us today, Mr. Quintin Graves. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so as mentioned by Erica, my name is Quintin Graves. I am from Burlington, North Carolina,
Almost
336.
as good as the big city of Mebane.
Oh, what? Well, actually, I went to high school in Memphis. I went to Eastern Alamance, so that's where I graduated from.
You went to Eastern? Okay.
Yeah, uh-huh.
When
I
did
went
you
to
graduate?
Eastern and graduated in 2007.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we can
Did
talk
you
about
go to
that
Eastern?
later. I went to
Look,
Eastern.
that's what I said.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a small world after all.
Yeah, I'm from Burlington. Graduated from Eastern. After I graduated from Eastern, I went to A&T, North Carolina, A&T, where I studied business management. After that, I went on to pursue my MBA in supply chain management. After that, ended up getting a job with a company called Lincoln Financial, which is an insurance company, where I was introduced to my current career as being an IT business systems analyst. After, I think I worked there for like 5 years, then I moved on to Wells Fargo. Moved to Charlotte around 2017, and actually got a job with Wells Fargo. And now I am still currently here working as an IT business systems consultant. So pretty much that's my journey.
How you doing?
Yeah.
You smart. You very smart. You a genius.
Okay, so that's your journey. We've been talking a lot about holistic
Yes.
health, and so you've talked about how you're a business person. So hopefully that has helped you as you transition into starting your own business, which is called Primal Essentials. So do you mind telling us a little bit about Primal Essentials, why you started it, what it's about?
So Primal Essentials, that's the main thing right here. Primal Essentials, back to the basics.
With the all right.
Yes. So Primal Essentials started it's a long time coming, honestly. I've been working with holistic, well, let me not say holistic. I've been working with different herbs and organic things ever since like 2013, when my mom started experiencing like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. Those are the main things right now that I have in my product line to address those things. So when she started being affected by those things, I hated to see her take so many medications, because back in 2011, I experienced an issue with acid reflux. So, and the medications that I was having to take, it sucked, and people think so lightly of acid reflux, but I mean, my weight, I was so lanky. I'm already 6'5", and I had lost so much weight, and I felt terrible every time I was taking those commercialized medications, westernized medicines. And of course, I got over that hurdle. I was able to, get cured. I don't know if the right term is cured, but I was able to ease out of not taking medications and actually maintain by watching what I eat. But when she experienced that in 2013, I was like, I knew how I felt in 2011 taking that. So I started to look at, around that time, Dr. Sebi was big. It was like he was flashing all over the internet, social media, all that good stuff. And I was like, let me start to look into this, So I went to this store. Actually, I was working at McDonald's at the time. And it was a lady by the name of Miss Sally Austin. And she told me about how she goes to this store in Greensboro called House of Health. And the House of Health had, it's a place, it's a supplement shop. It had different herbs and everything, a bunch of stuff I didn't know nothing about when I walked in there. Okay. So I was literally in this store, on my phone, like, what is this? What is this? I was doing just different things. And, I started to come across different herbs and roots and things like that could cure, not cure, but, help manage and potentially, heal or cure what my mom was going through. So I started to play around with it. I started honestly buying different herbs that I didn't really know what to do with them. Like, I remember going in this store and I spent $40-something. I remember that. And I walked out and I'm like, what do I do with this? So I started to look at different methods and how people take these certain herbs. So the first method was tea. So I got these steeping balls. I don't know if you're familiar with those. They're called like steeping balls, and you put your tea inside those and put them in the water. Mm-hmm. So that's what I put my mom on that. So I put the herbs in like Ziploc bags, and I said, do this every day, at least every day. Be consistent with it. So I remember that was around her birthday in March of 2013. That was around that time. So I remember her telling me in May, because she was going consistently to get, her labs taken and stuff like that, because she already dealt with high blood pressure already. But the diabetic thing was new. Like, that had just came. She wasn't taking insulin or anything. She hadn't got to that point. She was taking an anti-diabetic medication. And, I think it was around about May of 2013. She went to the doctor, and she said the doctor came in and said, what have you been doing different?
Okay.
What have you been doing different? And I remember clear as day, I had just started at Lincoln Financial, and she had called me, and I couldn't answer it. I was a processor on the floor. I couldn't do nothing with it, So I called her back, and she said, baby, do you know that? Do you know that? Yeah, then look, do you know that my doctor just said that my lab results have been good? Then she ended up showing me like the lab results that she had back when, and then the lab results that she had currently had. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, do you think it's the medicine? Do you think it's the herbs and stuff that I got you wrong? Like, do you think it's the tea that you do and everything? She was like,
herbs.
Right. She was like, it has to be, because I ain't doing nothing else, because I'm still eating bad and everything like that. So it has to be something.
Hey, God, I thank you.
So that right there started my whole thing. My Primal Essentials started because of my mom. like clear as day. Started because of my mom, and like to like right now, anytime I think of that's why I use my logo or whatnot is a lady. I don't know how clear you can see that in there, but it's an African lady. She's cooking and everything like that because it's just a representation of my mom. Like because that's my girl. So that's my girl. So after that, that's when I started to like really get into herbs. I'm now Googling and studying different things what I can take. I'm not going through any health issues currently around that time, but I just wanted something to make sure that I kept my immune system up, that I had energy, and just different things, preventative measures as well. So that's where that started. So when I started taking these herbs, I started putting other people onto them. And of course, people was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want to take those herbs. They're seeing me take black seed oil. They were seeing me take oregano oil. And those things are not easy to get down. The taste is terrible. And, that's one of the things when it comes to, wanting to do the herbal route. It comes with a taste. It's not good. It really does. So I wanted to start, and my mom, she's the same way because she was doing my teas, but when I tried to introduce stuff like what I was just talking about, the oregano oils and the black seed oil, she was like, that's not, I can't do that.
It takes some adjusting to, especially the black seed oil. It takes adjustment.
It does, but like it's a mental thing. I always look at it as a mental thing. Like, okay, this is nasty, but I know it's doing so good to my body. That's the way I think about it every time.
Like, and that was going to change our palates, right? So like,
yes,
you're always going to want something that's sweet, but not necessarily good for you over something that might not taste as great, but is actually beneficial for you.
All the time. Who wouldn't want something that's good, So, right. So that was my thing. I was like, I have to come up with a way to get these herbs into people's bodies. You know what I'm saying? That's I had to. So that's when I came out with, I started doing my research and stuff like that. And I started to see how, certain people were making like gummies, and some people were taking it just in like capsules. Like you get those clear capsules and do it that way. And, and those were cool. But I started to think about my nephews. And I'm like, my nephews are not going to take capsules. My nephews are not going to drink tea. Like they're not going to do stuff like that. What can I do to get like the whole gummy route? That just wasn't. Anytime I see those gummies, like those vitamin gummies, those multivitamin gummies that some people live by and say that it is so great. It is to an extent, because when you have those things are not, they're commercialized. I want people to really realize that commercialized things are not, they're not that beneficial to your body. They're not doing anything. Those companies are about making money. That's really what it is. So when I started to get, into that, I started to research about making my fruit snacks. And my fruit snacks are like so good. Like I thought about them as like being a.
Okay, let me be a witness.
Yes. I started to like make those.
And I roll up, except for good for you. Okay.
Yes.
That's really what it is.
Yes,
I
that's exactly.
A picture of them in this video so people will know they're so good, y'all.
Right. What we have is the fruit snacks. They come in this package. Where is my camera? Okay. Primal Essentials. It has all of the good herbs and everything on there. Expiration dates, flavors, and stuff like that. These fruit snacks come in pineapple, mango, strawberry kiwi, blueberry banana.
Oh, you've added some flavors since I ordered mine.
I did. I have added flavors to it. And I think that was it. Then I have my teas. My teas are coming in jars. I have the good old label on it. The same thing with the supplemental facts on there. All that good stuff. This is in my strawberry one. And I also have, this is strawberry. I have blueberry, Right now, I'm only doing the mango and pineapple for Charlotte residents. I have strawberry kiwi, and I'm working on some other ones. I want to try the blueberry banana flavor in a tea. I've never heard of that. So I'm working on that.
We're to do something different for the people.
That's
Okay,
that's
and
it.
y'all really can't go wrong with any of the products that you buy. They're all so delicious and so good for you. You also have, you didn't talk about this, but you have like a loose leaf tea. Um, oh, okay.
Look, I was like this. There it goes.
Be prepared, okay? Be prepared. But the loose leaf tea is also very, very good.
Yes.
I've been drinking the loose leaf tea like every day. Not because the
Perfect.
other teas didn't make it very long because I guzzled those down, but,
Yeah.
but I can taste myself with the loose leaf tea.
Yeah, exactly. So, and those are the things that I have under Primal Essentials right now, and like it's been going great. Like I've had different testimonies. Like one of my customers said she DM'd me, and she asked, "Are these fruit snacks supposed to loosen up mucus? Because I'm sitting at work right now and just spitting up, TMI." But that's what she said. And I was like, with the different things that I put in my products, yes, it's supposed to do that. Because mucus, there's a good mucus and there's a bad mucus. And my products are to eliminate the bad mucus. There can be an excess of mucus, and that's bad because that's where all the bacteria and germs lie that create the colds, the flu, all that stuff.
Come on,
So
this is good teaching.
exactly. So it's like when I heard that was one of my first ones I heard. And since I started Primal Essentials on my birthday, 7/14/20, yeah. So that was one of the first ones I heard, and I was like, oh my God, I'm really doing something here. Then, started to get other ones, and then my mom, she just literally sent me over another lab result, comparing, because she wasn't being consistent about her stuff. It's all about consistency, like literally. If you're not being consistent about what you're doing, that's in anything. You can't expect to put fertilizer on a tree and not give it no water. That doesn't work. You have to water. You have to do that. Be consistent. So it's like once I got those testimonies, I knew that Primal Essential is it. Like it's growing, and it's growing in the direction that I wanted to, and it's doing what I wanted to. It's about spreading health into the masses, and of course it started off for my people. It started off for my people. That's real. But it's not just about my people. I want everybody to be healthy. I want everybody to be on the health train. So yeah. And I feel like I went on that whole thing about Primal Essentials.
That's the point, because I want people to know about your products. I want people to know about your business. And outside of just like wonderful products, Quinton has excellent customer service too, y'all. So you will get emails, you get updates, you get follow-ups about everything that's going on. So it's just
Yes.
what more can you ask for? The products, they're good for you, and excellent customer service, like really, like for real.
Thank you.
All good. So one thing that you did talk about is consistency. And so I'm wondering, are your products like just supposed to be used as a supplement? Do you have additional things that you like to tell people to do as far as their overall holistic wellness? That was like a compound question, but I don't know if you're saying like just because you're doing these products, that doesn't mean you need to do anything else as far as your health is concerned.
Right. No, that's the thing. Now, that's something that I haven't gotten much into that is coming, to teach people about holistic, because that's why I didn't really use the word holistic in the beginning, because holistic is more so about your whole. It's about your mental. It's about your social surroundings. It's not just about preventing and curing diseases. It's not just about that. So that's one of the things that I do want to that I am going to get into. It's in the pipeline for me to start working on like more mental things, to make sure that people are aware that just because you're taking different supplements, eating my fruit snacks and stuff like that, doesn't mean that you need to go out here and be drinking all the time and doing all of the recreational things and stuff, because that doesn't do anything. That defeats the purpose of what I am putting out there for you, you know. Going back, so with my products, it's more so, I want to teach people more so to look and see what you are consuming in your body, what you are putting into your body. So let me ease it on by giving you something like a fruit snack and good teas and stuff like that. So you can see that this is good, like different herbal, different healthy, organic things are very much beneficial for you. You know, that's more so where I'm coming from. Like, you know, when it comes to, you know, people have said, you know, my fruit snacks, oh, I eat the whole thing. Like, what am I supposed to do? Honestly, yeah, right.
Okay.
That's something I don't put on the package, because if you want to eat the whole thing, you can. But at the end of the day, if you wanted to take just if you wanted to take one strip of my fruit snacks and just eat it on a daily, that is you consuming your daily dose of sea moss, your daily dose of all of the good herbs that address the high blood pressures, the high cholesterols, and the diabetes. Even and down to the tea. Take just some sips of this tea. You don't have to drink the whole thing. You can just take whole sips of it.
You may have to exercise some self-control to not drink the whole thing.
That part. That part. But that's what I don't put it on the package, because like, you can do whatever you want to because it's healthy. It's good for you. It's okay. But, you know, I'm making it to where all you got to do is just take just little bits of what it is and you're good. You're good. And that's because that's kind of how my mom started off. She started off with, you know, making her teas, and she was putting it in the mason jars. She was putting it in these mason jars, and she was going to the refrigerator and just daily. And that was it. You know, because she didn't care for it. That's before I started like putting flavors to it. Like, it was just like some nasty, you know. So, because me putting the actual fruits in it, you know, strawberries are good antioxidant, blueberries good antioxidant, and stuff like that. Like those things, those fruits are beneficial as well. Right. So it's more so about that. Diet is hard for people. Diet is very hard for people, but people do have to realize, going back to what I just said before, you can't expect to put stuff in your body like, you can't put good stuff in your body and then follow it up with bad stuff. It's just not gonna work. It's not. You know, they can only do but so much. Put it that way.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing that you're talking about. So Primal Essential products are like a good starting point for you, but they should not be the end all be all. So we want you to get used to having good, healthy snacks, but we also want you to continue to push yourself so that you can grow to be the best healthy version of yourself. So don't think that you're going to take these fruit snacks and be like, well, this is my health kick for today. I'm about to do whatever else. It's a good start. We want you to continue to grow in your health journey, right?
That's it. Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me a little bit about like what your average day of meals might look like, since you're not just sitting around drinking your own tea, and that's what you do for the day?
Oh yeah. So in the morning, you don't eat biscuits. I don't eat anything heavy in the mornings. That's just not. Look, oops.
So the little bit turns into I done had 4 biscuits now.
So. Right. So you're not supposed to put anything heavy on your body. So in the mornings, I can wake up. Some mornings I might not eat a breakfast because it's called breath fast. Because at night, your body goes through a whole fasting period. Mm-hmm. So during that fasting period, you know, your body is breaking down. And, you know, a lot of people, when they wake up, they have to use the bathroom, number 1. Number 2, you know, that's the thing. If you put heavy stuff on your stomach, it is doing nothing but just like clogging up everything, because your insides have not started working yet. They haven't started moving. And your metabolism, that's what causes slow metabolism, by you putting heavy stuff on you in the mornings. So sometimes I might wake up and not eat anything and just drink, you know, some of my juice, make a little smoothie. But primarily it's about chugging water, to get my insides and everything to move, because that's what I want. I want my metabolism, I want my intestinal tracts to really start to work. So when I eat my lunch, which is probably, I can eat like a salad, or I'll eat like a piece of salmon or something like that. I really try not to put too much on me in the mornings and at lunchtime, because it's not beneficial for me. Okay. So in the evenings, during dinner, I will eat, something not fried at all. Something that is not
for my people.
Right.
Everything doesn't have to be fried.
But that's not to say, and I want to put this disclaimer out here. That's not to say that I don't eat fried stuff. That's never to say that. It's just that I don't do it all the time. I don't make sure that you just don't do stuff all the time. You can have your cheat days, but it shouldn't be like Monday, I'm going to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Tuesday, I'm going to Bojangles. Then Wednesday, I'm going to, Arigatos to get me some Japanese food or something like that. It shouldn't be all that heaviness all the time. Like, you need to space stuff out, make sure that you are good. And your body tells you. Most people will sit there and ignore what their body is saying. You're not supposed to be so full that you just want to unbuckle your pants and be like, oh my God, I can't take no more. You shouldn't be like that. That's a bad thing, Also, and I know I'm kind of going off tangent, but it's like, whenever your body, might be TMI, but when you fart, when you're past gas and stuff like that, it shouldn't really be stinking like that. It should not be like a very harsh smell, because what you're putting in your body tells it when it comes out. It literally does, so it's things like that. Look for what your body is telling you. And also, a good thing to do is do your genetics test, because there are different people. What I eat and what you eat, you might eat something that might be bad for me. Mm-hmm. And vice versa. And that's the thing people do not know. And that's why, what's the test? Genopalato. It's a DNA test that actually lets you know what kind of things are beneficial for your body based off of your genetics. Okay. So that's a good thing. I wanted to plug that in there, because I just recently done that, and I was like, wow. So I'm not supposed to eat this. I'm not. The things that it told me not to eat, I kind of was already doing it. Like pork, I can't eat pork. Beef, I'm really not a big beef eater. Chicken, I eat chicken. My thing is seafood, and it didn't say I can't eat seafood, and I love seafood.
I will be eating seafood then. I'm a freaking pescatarian if that's what it means I can eat.
That part.
I think that's so good. And we had been talking about in the last video I did, listening to your body and knowing your body.
Listen to your body. Listen to your body.
Yes. And I think a part of that is also not condemning other people if they can eat things that you can't eat. So I'm vegan, but I don't look at the person next to me and be like, "Oh, you're eating fish."
Yeah.
Why would you say the poor fishy? Like everybody can't do that.
Exactly.
So whereas I have seen incredible benefits since I've been following a mainly plant-based whole foods diet.
Nice.
Everybody can't do it. They might get headaches or whatever else. They can't get enough nutrients. So your own body and do what is good for you.
Yeah.
You just have to do it.
And one of the reasons a lot of people can't do it is because they have already, it's a family thing. The family that we have been raised in is how we eat. And that's just period. I'm a country boy. I am country. Like I'm country. Like I used to see my grandparents out there killing pigs, cutting up, processing the meat.
You from the country?
Okay. Yeah, I'm country.
You're walking around.
I'm from Pleasant Grove, PG.
Okay, PG.
Yeah. So I saw all that, and that's why it's like we only because I used to eat all that. I ate almost every piece of the pig, and now like around like probably when I really stopped eating pork, it was probably around like in college. I started to eat pork, and it was just making me so dizzy, you know. But it was making me dizzy because high blood pressure runs on my dad's side and my mom's side.
Okay.
You know, it just makes sense. You know, stuff makes sense once you start to realize it and start to really listen, get in tune with your body. That's a main key.
That's true. Yeah, you actually have to listen to it because I know
Yes.
there have been times where I'll be like, well, I'm gonna go back and try a little bit of this meat, and then my body says,
Nope.
no, ma'am, what you doing? And so
Right.
sometimes I'll listen, sometimes I'll just be like, oh, maybe this is a fluke. But like we really do have to listen to our bodies because your body will literally tell you when you're putting
Literally
that you have no
Yep.
And I think that takes it back to Primal Essential products are a really good way for you to start. You don't have to go cold turkey because most people don't do that anyway, at least not successfully. So find some ways to integrate some good healthy food into your diet, and then you can get to taking your shots of black seed oil.
Right. See, look.
And then put you some black seed oil in your tea from Quinton, and then maybe you can develop some stuff to be able to
That's real.
maybe. Black seed oil is rough, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. It can be.
It's rough.
Yeah, it can be rough.
Because have you tried the oregano oil?
I did for like a couple of weeks, and I was like, you know what?
It's too much.
it's way too much.
You got to get the capsules. You got to get the clear capsules. Because it comes in droplets. So you get the clear capsules, put it in there, and then you just take it down.
Okay, because I was just using chocolates, maybe putting in some water to dilute it.
Oil the water. Oil the water. That don't mix.
I wasn't doing things right, y'all. So yes, do what he's saying. Get the capsules, because if you do like me, you're not going to be taking it very long,
Right.
at all. So you've talked, and I think this might be the last question because we've talked about a lot of stuff, but you talked a lot about how your mom's health has changed. How you've had all these testimonies from people who have taken your products and like they're clearing out mucus, the bad mucus. Your mom's results are coming back wonderfully. What about yourself? Like, have you experienced any health changes since you started taking this more herbal approach, we'll call it?
Oh yeah. So like I was telling you about the acid reflux. That acid reflux, it just doesn't go away. You know, it manages itself after I took that medication, it managed itself, but it didn't just go away. I was still, like I said, I had to change up my diet, but also it was a point where I had, kind of personally, I had went into like a down period, and I was just like, I didn't care, So still during that time, I was still doing my herbal stuff, but, I was just doing a lot of crazy stuff too. It never came back. It never came back. My immune system, I kid you not, and I put my right hand on the Bible. I cannot remember the last time I was sick, like sick. I cannot remember it because I fill myself up with so many beneficial things that help boost my immune system, that help keep me going, help keep me energized, and those are the things that I see so beneficial within myself, I know now this year, my body wasn't the way I wanted it to be because quarantine messed me up. I'm not going to lie to you. It messed me up.
Quarantine.
I'm so reliant on the gym. I didn't realize that. I did not realize how much I was. But all your previous years and stuff like that, my body has been in tip top. I have been, ain't afraid to take off my shirt. What I'm saying? I've been so good. Right. And that's the thing about it. It just helped me. And it also, once you get that part right, once you really start to feel good and feel healthy, it helps with your mental. and that confidence comes. Like your self-confidence will boost because you feel so good inside. You ain't worried about what anybody else got to think because you feel good. That's the good thing. So I feel about the herbs and, and that would be, having your mental and stuff right, the holistic approach. So that's what I'm going to bring with Primal Essentials, a holistic approach, showing people that getting good within is going to get this right. It's going to clear.
Everything is connected, y'all. Your mind, your body, your spirit, everything is connected.
Yes, God. Yes.
We go praise and worship. Hallelujah.
Hey. Look, don't make me start. Don't make me start.
Okay. We can go up here, okay? We're gonna reel it back in. But yeah, really everything.
I will go.
It don't take much for me. But yeah, everything is connected, y'all. So once you start get your body right, it helps with your mind. It helps with
yes.
It literally does. I really do think that's so good. Just talking about how following a healthy approach to eating can impact every part of your life. And I really do want to encourage people, if you get a not so great diagnosis at your doctor, because I do still believe that you should go get your physicals and things like that.
All the time.
Try a healthier approach to eating. Quinton has talked about several testimonies from folks. I've had my own personal testimonies where doctors have been like, this is what you're going to be dealing with.
Yeah.
No.
Not at all.
Follow some plant-based diets, fast a little bit. And they will have no explanation for why your test results are coming back in a totally different way from when they said
yes.
Okay. So really give it a try. If you need some help with giving this thing a try, reach out to me, reach out to Quinton.
Yes.
You will get on the right foot. So yeah, y'all, at least give it a try.
That's it. Yeah. Because it's a good thing. And Primal Essentials has a lot of things in the pipeline. There's a lot of things, we now have, COVID is still running rapid right now, and we have the fall and winter coming up. So there's a lot of things that I have in the pipeline to help out with that. So just stay tuned. Like, go to my website, look at my Facebook, my Instagram, and you'll definitely be seeing what I have for you, because everything that I have is going to be beneficial.
There are a lot in your products that are good for boosting your immune system. So
yes.
I don't want to say you don't have to be worried about COVID, but you can be less worried when you know that you're constantly putting stuff in your body that's going to boost your immune system, right? So
that's it.
It's an everyday thing, like you said earlier. It's about consistency. So you gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep doing it.
Number one.
You gotta do it. Even when it gets hard. If you're gonna have your cheat meal, ask yourself, did I have my tea today? Did I have my fruit snack today? did I do
That's it.
Did I do
That's it.
Oh, that's so good. So you talked a little bit about your Instagram and your website. So I'm going to make sure I put that stuff in the video so people can get to it. But if you want to
shout it out.
Yeah, just go ahead and shout it out.
So my Facebook and my Instagram is Primal Essentials. That's for Facebook and Instagram. And my website is www.primal-essentials.com.
Okay. Y'all go check this stuff out. Order something. And you can also order something and send it to my P.O. box. Oh, no, really. My birthday is coming up at the end of this month. If y'all want to get me some Primal Essentials products, I will not be opposed.
I know that's right.
Shameless. I think this has been really good. We covered a lot of ground in this video. So do you have anything else you would like to say to the people before we conclude?
Just be healthy, you guys. Like, stay healthy. Make sure that you are not listening to all of the commercials saying that this medicine is going to do this, and all the doctors that say, oh, you need this medicine and that medicine. Try to go back to the basics. Go back to the basics. Actually see what the nature has for you, because it has everything you need. God has put everything on this earth. The chemicals and the pills and stuff was made. They were man-made. God put the other stuff in here. So let's look at that. Let's look at that, and just get healthy, you guys. That's what I got. That's what I got.
That's so good. So make sure y'all let me know what y'all think. Are you following a healthy, holistic approach to how you're living your life? Are you willing to try some of these products? What have been some obstacles from you taking one of these approaches or even trying some healthy products? I really look
Yes.
forward to seeing you all's comments, and hopefully I will see you next week for a little TLC. Bye.